How do you like Logan Stout?
All right, we're live. Hey, everybody. They're all loading on. Here we are. Liddell, good to see you. Colleen, good to see you. Kelly. You guys share. Let everybody know we're about to crank it up here. We got a packed room here. I can hear Darius, good to see you. Hey, Sandy. All right, if you have my phone on, you might want to silence your phone.
You gotta put your phone on mute so we don't get a feedback.
Rob, what's up, buddy? Ray Perry, good to see you. All right, everybody, we're about to roll. Share. We're about to crank it up. Everyone you care about. We're about to train it up here. Let me roll this thing around real quick. Hey, Jennifer, good morning. Dennis, good morning. Hey, everybody, say hi. Hi. Go live. Hello. Hi. We got a packed room here. Not bad for last second, right? Last second meeting. All right, they're all loading on here. All right, I'm going to turn the phone over to you. There you go. All right. You good? Every time, I've always wanted, while we're waiting for I've always wanted to, people always record me when I'm speaking. I've always wanted to just move real quick, just to mess with people, It's like you see all these cameras, this would be funny, but I'm not going to do that to you. All right, if you have pad, paper, grab it. This is what we're about to go over are not suggestions, okay? These are truths to you building a business here. And I know we'll have a lot of folks watching live that are not a part of ID Life. Just so you all know, this is an actual ID Life training. However, I'm sure you can apply it to your life and get value out of it. And it's free, so if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. All right, so we're about to get ready to roll. And so some of you missed that. All right, so we'll get ready to roll, and we'll go from there. Okay, here's the bottom line. Look, the first thing I want to make sure we get right here, and this sounds so corny and so cliche, but it's absolutely true, and people need to receive this, and that is the first part of you being while we're on this thing. She's on my actual personal phone, so you'll have you're gonna ignore that. So hear me on this. This is very important because you'll get out of life what you expect to get out of life. Did you hear me on that? The law of attraction, right? If you expect great things, you're gonna get great things. If you expect misery loves company, and it's gonna happen. Now listen, sometimes in life you're going to go through the funk. Okay? Not everything's gonna be wonderful in life. I promise you, anything that's worth it is going to be harder, take longer, and probably cost more than you ever imagined. And that's how you know you're in the right thing. Everybody's looking for the lottery, right? Everybody's looking for some get-rich-quick deal. Those do not exist. I promise you, if you can make a bunch of money quick, it's because it's going to disappear really quick too. And you're going to probably damage relationships over it. I'm just telling you. I think too many people, they bounce from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing, and you just lose credibility, right? And so I think one of the keys to my success is I keep the main thing, and that's what I do, right? You know what they call somebody with more than 3 priorities? Someone with no priorities, right? I always ask, what are your priorities? And they'll reel off this long list. I go, do you understand the definition of a priority, right? And so I want you to receive this. We all have busy lives. I'm married, I have children, I coach kids. We all have a lot of reasons why we don't have time. Okay, that can no longer be one of your excuses. When I got involved in home-based businesses, direct sales, I've been in 2 companies in my life. Some of you may not know that. Before owning this one, I was an independent rep in 2 different companies. I did both of them part-time. Okay, I was 1 at a time. I don't think you can do 2 at a time. I was in 1. I resigned from there due to just issues I had with that company. And then I got involved in another one. I've been in 2 in my entire career. That's it. Produced, I think, billions of dollars in revenue for those companies, literally. We had one run we were doing, and don't quote me on this exact stat, but it was around 50, 60 million a month I was producing for that company. And I say that to say this. I wasn't doing it full time. So one of the biggest excuses people think, oh, well, you have to just do it full time and quit everything. No. You do it part time to supplement your income, and then once that income gets where it needs to be, where it's full-time, then you have the choice to do it full-time. Does that make sense? Yes. Right? But I think a lot of people, they go, oh, you got to quit everything and just do this full-time. I just think that's stupid. I just really do. I mean, now it's become stressful. ID Life should be your beacon of hope. It should not be a stressor in your life. Okay? So you follow me on this?
Yes.
And then when you're making Stan Shreese type money, yeah, do it full time. Obviously. I mean, what better to do than ID Life? Are you kidding me? I mean, you can do it anywhere in the world. You know, do it with the people you want to work with. I want to make sure you heard me on that.
Yes.
That's the best thing about what we do here, right? You can fire people from your life. I don't want you in my business. No, but I want to be a part of your business. You're not allowed to be a part of my business. And by the way, some of you need to do that.
Right.
Listen to me. The energy vampires, energy suckers of the world, they take up 90% of your emotional well-being. It's true. Barbara Corcoran, a friend of mine, she endorsed a book I wrote called Stat Advice. She's a shark on a show called The Shark Tank, right? And so she and I were having dinner one night, and I said, Barbara, what's the number one most successful thing you can look back on that helped catapult your business to the success that it had? And she goes, I fired my best person. I go, maybe you didn't understand my question. What was the best, right? She goes, no, Logan, it was the number one producer in our company, but her attitude towards her teammates, the rest of the real estate professionals, was terrible. Everybody could not stand her. And finally, I blew up one day. I just couldn't stand her anymore, and I fired her. And right after I did it, I was like, why did I just do that? I just fired my number one producer. And she said, you know what happened, Logan? Everybody else rallied around it, and we exploded. The company took off after that. And I go, Barbara, was that one individual occupying 90% of your mind space towards jobs? She goes, more than 90%. I was always trying to keep her happy. Nothing I did could keep the person happy. You have people like that in your life, and they're sucking the life out of you. You hear me on this? I promise you. I mean, I literally tell people, hey, look, I wish you nothing but the best. I love you, but I can't do life with you. You're going to have to learn to do that. You're going to have people that just, a true friend is going to support you and build you up, not tell you why your ID Life business won't work. Do you hear me on this?
Yes.
No, I had somebody kept telling me, yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. When I first got involved in network marketing, oh, those things don't work. Only the people at the top make money in those things. You know, all the stupid cliches, people try to justify it for their own mind, why they don't want to get off their butt and go work a business, right? Right? Oh, you got to get in early. You got to get in at the top, right? All this stuff. Yeah, Logan, the company's 12 years old. It's never going to work. And I listened to him. And I actually quit the first business I got involved in. And I got a phone call months later from the guy who got me involved. He said, hey, man, I know you don't want to do this anymore, and that's fine. He said, but you told me some goals that you want. You want to be able to provide for underprivileged kids and start a nonprofit, all these type of things. And he said, if direct sales isn't the answer to help you get there, what is? I never got that. In my mind I went, yeah, good point. Like, I got to do something different, right? And he goes, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Just be coachable. Give it a chance. And I did. In that first year, I made $250,000 as a 22-year-old kid doing it part-time. How many of you like $250,000? Does that sound intriguing? Yeah? Yeah? Right? And then, obviously, the rest is history. So here's why I'm telling you this. Some of you in the room today, you're brand new. You're in the honeymoon stage. Okay? We just got married. Right? Life is wonderful. Right? Okay, that's going to change. I'm just telling you. Okay? I mean, this is a business, and it's going to be difficult, and anybody that tells you it's easy is lying to you. They're delusional. Family, nothing that is worth it in life is easy. Nothing. Those of you that have been married for, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you can't sit here and tell me, it's been great. Yeah, my husband's perfect. Yeah. Liar. Right? And so here's what I'm trying to say. This business will have its ups and downs for you. I want to make that very clear, right off the bat. Okay? So here's all you can do. All you can do is control what you can control. And here's what you can control: your attitude, your effort, and your focus. Those 3 things. Bring the right attitude every day. Even when you don't feel like having the right attitude, bring it. You follow me on this? Remember, people follow what you do, not what you say. It's that simple. You stand in the streets, you wonder why they're so successful? They show up. They hop on a plane, they fly here, they drive, they show up. And they bring a great attitude every time. Every single time. They have kids. How many of you have children? How many of you once was a kid? How about that? Okay, listen, kids can beat you down, right? And I have 2 beautiful boys. They're the light of my life. But it ain't always easy. There's never been a day where I'm like, I'm not your parent anymore. I quit. Right? When a child learns to walk and he falls down 40 times, he doesn't go, you know what, this walking thing's not for me. No, he keeps grinding until all of a sudden the little kid can walk. Yet you get involved in a business and you call one person, they shoot you down, you're like, yeah, well, I tried. No, you didn't. You quit. You hear me? There's some of you brand new honeymoon stage. There's some of you that are back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Right? Right? You back? Listen, successful people do daily what everyone else does occasionally. You have to treat this like a business. See, the problem with direct sales, home-based businesses, specifically ID Life, here's the problem. People don't treat it professionally. They want professional pay with amateur work. That doesn't align. Right? If you had to show up and work ID Life 50 weeks a year, 2 weeks off, 9 to 5, you'd make more money at this than you work at your job. But here's the problem. You don't. Why? Because you don't have to. You see, successful people do the things they don't have to do, so they don't ever have to do them. Did you catch me on this? They have a have-to work ethic, so they don't ever actually have to. Right? So here's the deal. If you treat this like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. And last I checked, hobbies don't pay very well. Right? So we've got to get the attitude, the effort, the focus down right now. Okay, I've got a business. I'm going to treat it professionally. Some of you have, by the way. I applaud you. Some of you, I found out you drove here from North Carolina, and some of you stayed extra days to be here. Some of you, you've come all the way. Right? And then we have people that live 5 miles from here, and they're going, I don't know. Oh, it's on Facebook Live? Maybe I'll watch it. Right? You know? Listen, if everybody's going your direction, you're in the wrong vehicle. You hear me on this? No, listen. If you do what everyone else does, you're going to get what everyone else gets. I don't want to be normal. One of the greatest insults you could give me, hey, tell me about Logan Stout. He's normal. Right? I don't ever want somebody to describe me as normal. I had somebody one time say, he's a little nuts. I said, yeah, I'm a rich nut. You can be broke normal. I'll be rich and nutty. How about that, right? Listen, I'm not just talking money, right? I got great relationships. I've got a great marriage. I've got great friends. Because I think differently. Again, I'm not trying to jab you here, but normal is broke. Normal is in debt. Normal is stressed out, right? The number one prescription pill sold in America today is an antidepressant, right? Who wants normal? But that's what the world tries to do to you. You start thinking outside the box, you start thinking differently. The world just tries to grab you and suck it back into its mediocre existence. That's what it does, right? I say, how do you know this is going to work? Here's how I knew ID Life was going to work. Because people pay $3 for this when it runs free in the ditch. People go pay $18 for a cup of coffee when a whole can costs less than that, right? What am I trying to tell you? It's the odd, different things that most of the world doesn't get that helps you realize you're onto something. Right now, the world doesn't get customized vitamins. They don't get it. They think on the surface, oh, ID Life is just another one of those health and wellness companies. We're nothing like those other health. We are exposing those other companies to the garbage they're putting in your mouths. That's what we're doing. We're exposing the artificial ingredients, all the fake stuff, the artificial flavoring, the artificial coloring, the artificial sweeteners, the unnecessary sugars to make it taste better, all the junk. We're exposing it. We're exposing the multivitamin. That's what we're doing. We're pioneering something that's never been done. And family, when something's never been done, you can't expect people to get it. But they will. They will. But here's the deal. Because you're pioneering it, you reap the rewards. You understand what I'm saying? You're in at the very beginning of this. Do you understand? Right? Somebody said, well, don't you have to get at the very beginning to make money in direct sales? No. Don't you have to be like at the top? No. And he goes, okay, well, I go, but here's the good news with ID Life. You are at the very beginning. You are at the top. So if that's what you believe it takes to be successful, welcome home, right? Like, you know, listen. You have got to believe that what you have your hands on is going to help you get what you want your hands on. Let that sink in, okay? You have the vehicle. So what are you going to bring to the vehicle? What are you going to bring to it? Is it going to sit in the driveway? Hey, look at my vehicle, right? Or are you going to hop in that thing every single day? Even if it's just an hour a day. right? Even if it's just whatever it may be for you, you have to decide. And you have to plan your work, then work your plan. Let's talk about the plan. First thing you have to understand is your list of names is your equity. It is it's the most valuable thing you have. It's your bank. Your list of names. Well, I don't want to go bother my friends and family. Okay, you obviously don't know what we do here. Because all your friends and family want to be healthy. You're not bothering them. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, when people say that, if you're thinking that, then you need to really learn our products better. Because every human being needs our products. Not almost every human being. Every human being needs our products. And so what I really want you to understand is you're not bothering them, you're doing them a favor. We got some like elevator music rocking over here somewhere, I don't know. You got that? Good? Sorry, Facebook Live family. By the way, those of you just tuning in, you can share this, right? We're about to teach you how to get out of debt. We're about to teach you, let the second half of 2017 be better than the first half of 2017. That's what we're about to do. We good? We got the elevator music off? You're rolling? Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. Your list. The first thing and first mistake I made with the list is I went to all my broke friends that I knew needed it. You find out really quick why they're broke. I'm just telling you. One of my best friend in the whole wide world. I don't know. This thing, I don't know, man. I'm like, what don't you know? You're broke. Like, I don't understand. Like, you talk about needing money, not being able to afford things, and yet here you get a vehicle, and you don't even want to look at it? He wouldn't even look at it. I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go. Okay, here's what you have to do. Go to the most successful people you know. That's who you're going to go to. So let's talk about building our list. Step one to building your list. Write down the names of the most successful people you know. There is a reason, family, that they are successful. Successful people look for opportunities. That's what they do. What do you think Warren Buffett does every single day? Looks for opportunities. That's what he does, right? He doesn't sit around with his arms crossed going, I don't know, why should I look at that? No. Successful people understand your mind's like a parachute. It only works if you open it. You have to actually be willing to look for things, right? Look for opportunities. Successful people, when you call them and say, hey, I got a business venture. I'd love to run by you. I want to get your opinion on it. They're going to say, great, let's do it. What is it? Right? You talk to a broke person, they're going to go, is this one of those deals? Like, that's like their first thing. Have you noticed that, right? Is this one of those deals? By the way, I was that broke person. Okay? It took me over a year to even go to a business presentation about network marketing. Over a year. Literally, one of my best friends I grew up with, he called me, and I literally said these words, is this one of those pyramid deals? He goes, well, no, what do you mean? I go, are you getting paid by getting me into your thing? And he goes, yeah. I go, I'm not interested. And I hung up. And he called back. He goes, hey man, I think we got disconnected. I go, no, we didn't get it. I hung up, right? I'm not, all right? And so I want you to understand, I finally went and listened a year later for one reason. And that was so he would leave me alone. I made a deal with him. I said, I will go listen to your pitch if you promise to never mention this again to me. He said, deal. And I sat there, I literally just got done with a workout, like intentionally, I wanted to smell as bad as possible, right? I had a hat on backwards, I'm sitting there, arms crossed just like this, and this sweet lady, she's up there speaking, right? And no, that's how I became open-minded to it. You see, the deal is I trusted my friend. I thought my friend got into something he shouldn't have gotten into. Does that make sense? Right? And so I wasn't interested. And I learned a valuable lesson, right? This is the biggest regret. People say, what's your biggest regret about network marketing? It's that it's very simple. I was closed-minded and narrow-minded not to look a year earlier. My second regret is if I knew what network marketing would pay me, I would have worked 10 times harder. Literally. So, list building. Start with the most successful people you know, right? The second group of names I want you to write down are the people that would stand in your wedding or carry your casket at your funeral. The people that you're closest to, okay? So we're going to write down that list of names, the people that you're closest to. Who, if you broke down on 75 here in Atlanta at 2 o'clock in the morning, who would you call, right? And equally as important, who would be there, right? Who would actually show up for you to help you, right? Right? Because look, it's going to be a simple phone call. Hey, I love you. I love doing life with you. I found something we can do together. Simple, right? So you're going to start with them, okay? Third list of names, okay? The people you do business with. If you're paying people for a service to get your hair cut, right? To get to clean your teeth, whatever you do, they should do business with you too. That's just called respect. Many of you have heard the story where I fired the lady who cuts my hair because she wouldn't be a customer of ours. She was buying another company's stuff. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but it starts with a color and ends in bowl, right? So she was drinking that stuff while cutting my hair. Literally. Like, I literally stopped her. I go, you do know that A, that's like not good for you, right? Yeah, I know. I just need energy. Okay, good. You do know B, that I have a company with energy products that are good for you. Yeah, I've been meaning to look into that. You know what? I've been meaning to go to another person to get my hair cut. And unless you're going to start doing business with me, I'm going to find someone else to get my hair cut, because this ain't hard to cut. It's pretty simple. And you charge me way too much. And I give you way too big of a tip, right? And so here's the bottom line. I went to a new stylist. The next time I came in, I go, have you bought any products from us? As a colored bull was sitting right there on her counter again. And she goes, I've been meaning to. And I go, that's it. I'm done. I'm not getting my haircut from you. That's kind of bold, Logan. Let me tell you something. You're not going to accomplish your dreams by not being bold. You're going to accomplish your dreams because you know what you want, and you're going to be relentless, and you're going to go get it done. You follow me on this? Some of you are just too nice. I'm just being honest. You're too nice. Look, if you're standing up for a principle that is true, that is adding value to that other person, it's okay to be bold. I was doing that person a favor, and they knew I was. But if I'm going to spend my hard-earned money to get my hair cut, I expect you to spend yours with my company. So the third group of names, people you do business with, okay? Right? Because here's the deal, family, and this is important to understand. We're not selling people our products. People are already buying not as good alternatives. They're paying money every day for stuff that is not nearly as good as what we have to offer. So you're not selling them something, you're replacing a bad habit with a good habit. You're replacing fast food drive-through with something that's good for them and less expensive. You follow me on this, right? So it's the replacement. You have to really understand that. We aren't selling you something. We're replacing a bad habit with a less expensive, better habit. That's good for you. That's what we're doing, right? Family, I promise you, I've never gone up to somebody and said, hey, you want to look and feel better? And they go, no, I'm good. I've never had that happen, ever. People want to look and feel better. So the key is what you're messaging. Right? What is your messaging? If you're selling them something, you're the problem, not them. And you need to ask yourself that. Okay, why aren't people returning my phone call? Why aren't people replying to my samples? If they feel like they're being sold, they're going to stop listening to you. Okay? Who here is a guest? That I need a guy, preferably. Is there a guy?
Right here.
Yeah, will you come here real quick, if you don't mind, just for a second? Perfect. Good. Give him a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, you all witnessed this live. Did I say anything to him? Put my hands up. He duplicated it. People do what they see, by the way. Right? And then I pushed. What did he do? If you're selling people, they're going to push back. You push things on people, they're going to push back. It's a natural defense mechanism. One of the keys to you being successful is be real, be authentic, be vulnerable, right? And share. Don't sell. See, here's what happens with people. They get involved in ID Life, and they think they need to be a health and wellness expert. Look, your friends and family know you're not a health and wellness expert. You're not fooling anybody, right? Right? Now, some of you actually are doctors and physicians and health and wellness experts. Okay, you have an advantage. Fine. Congratulations, right? Right? But they do and they don't. Listen, they do and they don't, and here's why. Your story is what people are going to relate to. Your story is what people are going to connect with. You need to be vulnerable and share your story. Right? I can tell you with ID Life, this is my real story, okay? So when I was acquiring the asset, ID Nutrition, I have to believe in it, or I'm not going to buy it, and I'm not going to promote it, right? So I got on customized vitamins. I knew I needed vitamins, probably like everybody else, but I didn't believe in the multivitamin. I mean, you could hit that thing with a baseball bat and it doesn't break, right? I'm going, there's no way this could be good for me. Studies prove it's not good for you. So I was taking nothing. Because I would go into a GNC or a vitamin shop, I'd see these walls of bottles of stuff, and I'm going, I don't even know where to start. Literally. And I'm a former professional athlete. It's not like I'm naive to this stuff, right? And I'm looking at this wall of stuff going, and how do you differentiate? Like, what's the difference in that one and that omega? Like, I don't even understand. And then I turn and look at the guy that works there, and I was going to ask him until I realized I'm old enough to be his dad. I'm like, okay, I'm not asking that guy, right? And so I got on the customized vitamins, and I lost 10 pounds. I didn't know I needed to lose 10 pounds. I was like, honey, why didn't you tell me I was fat? She goes, honey, you are not fat. I go, well, apparently I had 10 pounds sitting on my stomach I didn't know I had. Where'd they come from? Here's the point. I had no idea that the customized vitamins would help me lose weight. I just knew vitamins are good for preventative, right? Like to be healthy, get good nutrition, fill the nutritional gaps. I had no clue that the customized vitamins would help my body cleanse itself and then create a sustainable weight that I've been able to maintain. It's crazy to me. I didn't know that, right? Okay, I just told you my story. See how you connected with that story? I talked about how I didn't understand. I got on it, how it made me feel, and now I understand. And I guarantee almost every one of you just connected to that story. You know, yeah, I didn't really get it either. You know, I got on it, yeah, I am feeling better, yeah, you know? You see what I'm saying? Versus, hey, let me tell you about a HIPAA compliance backed by 1.7 million clinical studies, blah, 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 right? You're freaking people out when you do that. I'm just telling you.
Right.
You know, you start busting out the organic natural, and now you really lose them, right? They're going, what are you, hippie? Like, what is this, right? And so I'm telling you, tell your story about how the products work, and then the science and facts behind what we do is the icing on the cake. You see, the facts and figures justify the story. They aren't the story. You see, too many people are going around doing facts and figures, right? I'll give you an example. Pudge Rodriguez is one of my best friends in the world. He's being elected in the Hall of Fame. I'll be up there in Cooperstown. Pudge is the greatest catcher in the history of Major League Baseball. If I was going to describe Pudge to you, it's, man, when people got on base, they were not going to steal on that guy. This guy was unbelievable. Great teammate, MVP of the World Series. I'm telling you about Pudge. And then I back it up with, oh, and by the way, lifetime batting average of right at 300, hit X number. You know what I mean? I could go through all the stats to validate why I'm saying he's one of the best. So you follow me on this? People don't buy what they need. People buy what they want. Let that sink in. People don't buy what they need, they buy what they want until they're forced to need it. Therefore, they actually now what? Want it. You hear me on this? So stop selling what they need and connect to what they want. They want to look better. They want to lose weight. They want better energy. They want to sleep well at night. They want to have better energy throughout the day, right? They want. You follow where I'm going with this?
Yes.
Share what they want and then back it up with the stats as to why ID Life is the best for them. It's that simple. Be a professional problem solver. That's what we do. We're a professional problem solver. I can tell you this. There are people everywhere, right? And they are hurting. They're living a quiet life of desperation. They put on their Superman suit, they look good, they go to work, but their joints hurt. They have trouble sleeping, right? They're just, I'm just telling you, they go to the gym and they get discouraged because they can't seem to see any results. You can't out-train a poor diet, right? And so people are desperately wanting what we have, but you have got to be a problem solver, not a salesperson. Back to the list. Most successful people. The second group of people we're going to list are the people that be there at 2 o'clock in the morning if your car broke down. Third group of people we're going to talk about is the people you do business with. The fourth list of names you're going to write. Guys, this list needs to be well over 100 names. You can put 100 names on paper, we're going to make you money. We're going to make you money. Okay? Because I'm going to teach you exactly what to say here in just a second. Okay? By the way, this is exactly what I did. I had a Big Chief tablet. And I was laying on the floor. I had 2 roommates. I was on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex. I had a mattress on the ground. I didn't even have like box springs and all that stuff, right? And I was laying there, and my tablet was right by my bedside. Every time I think of a name, I'd write a name down. And that was my office. That list of names was my office. Okay? So people go, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make a list. No, write it down. This is not a hobby, right? Be professional here. Put it in an Excel spreadsheet. And with these list of names, you're going to talk about when you contacted them, what was said in the conversation, what they would like to see better about their health and their life, right? You know, what was the thing they complained about? Yeah, man, I don't sleep well at all. Ask them questions. Be a professional question asker. Hey, if one of the following 3 can improve, which one would you want to improve the most? Weight management, better sleep, better energy. Ask that question. You know what they'll say most times? Like all of them. Ding, 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 ding. Right? Instead of you selling facts and figures, You asked a question, and they just told you, and then you just repeat what they said. Well, hey, what I heard you say is, you want to lose some weight, you want to sleep better, you want better energy. Here, let me give you an on-the-go pack. Let me give you a 2-day sample of all this stuff, right? Boom, done. Done. You get products in people's bellies and mouths, they feel better, they want more. Make sure you follow up, though. Most people are not going to call you back. You need to follow up. And the majority of all sales take place after the 4th follow-up. Okay? Follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. All right? You think getting Troy Aikman to be an investor in our company, I just called him and said, hey, man, you want to invest? Yeah, let's do it. Okay. No. I mean, I had to talk with him 4 or 5 different times. He was commentating the Super Bowl and when it was in New York, in Manhattan. I literally got on a plane and flew to Manhattan because both our schedules were so hectic. And he and I met the day before the Super Bowl in his hotel when I first showed him at ID Life. I busted my tail. I followed up. You follow me with this? Yeah. Okay? So here's the deal. The 4th group of names is going to be everybody else. Okay? Everybody else. Do not prejudge anyone is what I'm trying to tell you. Well, Logan, you said don't go talk to poor broke Uncle Harry. No, we're going to go talk to him, just not first.
Right.
Okay? Right? He hasn't earned the right to get your time first. You hear me on this? Right? Because he's going to try to beat the life out of you. That's what poor broke Uncle Harry does. He's a professional at beating the life out of you. Right? And so you're gonna list everybody else next. You follow me?
Yes.
Okay? You can use the Frank analogy. Friends. List all your friends, right? All your relatives. By the way, the relatives are the great ones to practice on because they're definitely going to say no. Right? So your relatives, right? All your acquaintances, right? Your neighbors. And then if you have children, they have friends. You're sitting there at their games, their activities, right? It's a perfect way to connect. Notice I said connect. Don't sell them. Right? Some of you, I mean, it's like the bell rings, you're in a boxing match, and you're going for the knockout blow immediately, and you're getting pummeled right in the face, right? Right? You got to dance around the ring a few times. You know what I mean? Right? I mean, when I saw Haley, I didn't go up to her and go, marry me. I thought about it, right? I mean, marry me. No. Hey, my name's Logan. Hey, my name's Haley. It's great to meet you. You know, where are you from, right? 7th grade. But in my mind, I was like, I'm going to marry that girl. You know what I mean? And so, listen, you got your list of names. Everyone speaks. Few communicate. The best connect. Okay? Most of you are out there just speaking. A rare part of you are communicating, but the best, they connect. Okay, Logan, I get it. I'm not a good speaker, though. I don't have the charisma. I'm shy. I'm blah, 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 blah. Stop the excuses. My wife has said from stage, y'all have heard her, I grew up with this in 7th grade, I was the shyest, most reserved kid she'd ever known. I was afraid to walk down the halls of my school for fear I'd trip and get made fun of. Every expert was at one point in time a beginner family. Okay? Okay, Logan, I get it. Fine. How do I connect? Ask questions. The person asking the questions is the one controlling the conversation, not the one talking. There's a reason God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, right? Ask questions, listen. Position ID Life as a solution. Start with the products. Start with the products. Your customers become your best associates. Too many people, they go right for the business. And that's okay. I mean, that's gonna happen naturally. But they have to believe in why they would want to even get involved in the business. Does that make sense? And listen, I'm going to tell you point blank, one of the biggest flaws that people have in today's world is they chase money. I'm going to tell you right now, I have the money I have because I prioritize my due diligence phase of what I'm going to promote and not promote. The first thing I look at is the who behind it. Who's involved? The second thing I look at is it best in class? Is this the best product? The third thing I look at is, okay, can we make money? The Dallas Patriots, a baseball organization I own, I'm in town with them right now. It's actually why I'm here. We left a partner. We had a partnership with another company, Rawlings. They were great to us. But long story short, their products were just not what they used to be. And so my fiduciary responsibility to these kids is to get them the very best stuff. Period. So we partnered with Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, and Evo Shield, the best companies in the world in baseball. Right? Guess what, though? There's other brands I could have made a ton of money on by promoting. I promise you this, family. Stop chasing dollars. Add value to people. Be relational, not transactional. And people won't be pushing back every time you text and call. Okay? Be relational. Stout mentoring is a personal growth plan I have, totally not related to ID Life at all. And one of the lessons I put on there is for this past month is the relational human being will have endless opportunities. The transactional human being will bounce from thing to thing to thing and realize none of them were an opportunity. Did you hear me on this? Listen, family, you got to learn this. Don't go chase quick bucks. Those things come and go. You've seen them. I mean, they come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go, come and go. Right? Build a real business. A real business takes 2 years typically. Some of you, yeah, you've made thousands of dollars overnight. Congratulations, okay? But generally speaking, it takes time, okay? But here's how this works. You have your list. I'm going to teach you what to say in just a second. We are hardwired to think like this. Work, get paid. Work, get paid. Work, get paid. Work, get paid. The security blanket. That's what the world heart ingrains in us, right? What's my pay? What are my benefits? What's the insurance plan? Right? That's how we teach, right? You know? Listen to me. Wealthy people don't think of any of that stuff. Wealthy people don't think, how fast can I get there? They think, how far can I go? Wealthy people understand it's not work, get paid, work, get paid, work, get paid. It's work, 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 get paid. Work, 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 get paid, get paid. Work, get paid, 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 show up every once in a while, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid, get paid. That's entrepreneurship. See, but what most people happen is they're so used to, I did this, I get paid this. The transactional mindset in business. That's how they think, right? So like, man, I sampled these products out. I went to these two healthy hours. I went to a training. I haven't made any money yet. Listen, it's entrepreneurship. It takes time. You're building a business. We're not looking for people that want a job. We're looking for people that want to own their life versus their life owning them. That's what we're looking for. And again, some people, they don't want that. They want a 9 to 5. They just want, that's fine. I told you, do this part-time if you want. Some of you, if you just want to make an extra $1,000 a month, great. It's your ID life. That's awesome. For those of you that want to make $1,000 a day, okay, you can do that too, right? I mean, it's up to you. But it all starts with a list. Let me come back to that list. It all starts with a list. Here's what we're going to do. You can text. The great thing about texting, if you're brand new, here's the great thing about texting. You can get help with the reply, right? So you text, right? You text something, you don't have to know, like if you call, you're going to have to answer the questions, right? You're on the spot here. But if you text, right, you can set up the third-party call. Hey, I'm really excited about a ground floor business venture I was approached with. Your opinion means the world to me. When are you free to take a look at this? I want to see what you think. You position them as the expert. This is not a sales pitch, by the way. I don't want you to misunderstand this. I'm not trying to teach you how to get one over on somebody. I'm not trying to teach you how to manipulate a conversation. I'm trying to teach you how to get someone's eyeballs in front of ID Life. That's what I'm trying to teach you. If you get their eyeballs in front of ID Life, they are going to at least want to get on the product. See, the key is you've got to get them 100% of the information about what we do and what we stand for, what we're about. And they're going to want to get involved. Too many people, though, they just sort of throw mud on the wall and hope it sticks. Hey, check out this video. Okay, odds are they're not going to check out the video. Okay, here's what you do. You understand the power of third-party credibility. John Maxwell, one of my best friends in the world. John is the #1 leadership expert of all time, right? And John and I were having dinner not too long ago, and John goes, you know, Logan, it's hilarious. I get paid all this money. I've written a New York Times best-selling author, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, my own people won't listen to me. He goes, I'll get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to go do a keynote speech somewhere. Standing ovation, autographs for hours. My own team. It's like us, John. I said, John, it's third-party credibility. I'll come in and train your people. You come in and train mine. Win-win. He goes, deal. Right? I mean, it's, listen, the people closest to you, they're not going to listen to you the same way. They'll listen to a total stranger before they'll listen to you. Okay? So here's what I'm doing if I'm you. Hey, I hope you're doing well, man. I got a ground floor business venture. I'd really love your opinion. And then give them 2 options. hey, when are you free to hop on a phone call, real quick with a guy who really knows this stuff? Stan Richards, guy's extremely successful in the Steve Harvey Award. Whoever your upline is, use third-party credibility, and say, when are you free? How about Saturday at 10 a.m. or Monday at noon? Give 2 options. Don't leave it open-ended. You know what happens when you leave it open-ended? Nothing happens. That's what happens, right? Hey, would you like to look at it? Or, whatever. No, give 2 options, right? I learned this the hard way when I first got married. I go, hey, honey, where do you want to eat? And she goes, I picked last time. I go, no, honey, I picked last time. It's your turn to pick. She goes, no, I picked last time. It's your turn to pick. And I'm like, okay, fine. Where do you want to eat? Like, why is this a big deal? Next thing you know, nobody was eating. Man, I was making me a peanut butter jelly sandwich. That's what I was doing, right? So next time I called her up, I go, hey, honey, where would you like to eat? Capitol Grill or P.F. Chang's? Gave her 2 options. She goes, Capitol Grill sounds good. Perfect. Take you up at 7, right? Like, done. So either or option, okay? Your job is to get people in front of the information. Your job is to sell the hour, not the info. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Sell the hour. Get them to the healthy hour. That's your job, okay? Because when you get people in front of the information does its work. You can't say the right thing to the wrong person, or you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You hear me on this? I told you my story. I sat in the room, didn't want to come. The lady did not say the right stuff, but she found the right person. You hear me on this? I wanted to get out of debt. I got tired of making, paycheck to paycheck. And she's making 25 grand a month. I was like, I'm in. Teach me what to do. The funniest part is I go, hey, I wasn't listening to the whole thing. Can you go back and tell me everything? No, it's a true story. I was like, can y'all go back over this, right? So you're gonna make a list of everybody you know. And here's it's true. All right, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I'll give you the example of this. Do you know who started Facebook? No. He owns it. We did.
Right.
We did. We're the ones who started Twitter. We're the ones who started LinkedIn. Somebody else owns it. Do you understand your network is so huge? Like, you don't even understand how many people you know because of the people you know. You follow me this? Yeah. Listen, look at LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, by the way, I'm on social media. I'd love for you all to connect with me on there. I try to be as accessible as possible. But on LinkedIn, it says I'm like connected to millions of people on LinkedIn through my network. Millions. I don't know millions of people, right? But through my network, I do. So some of you right now, listen, let me give you a big training tip. So we understand the list building aspect, right?
Yeah.
And it's a working list. This isn't something you do once. No, you reference this list every day. As you're meeting people, you add new names to the list. I talk about that in my book, Stout Advice, on how to engage cold prospects, right? And that's for any business venture, not just ID Life. You're always meeting new people. You follow me on this? I was at dinner last night at a restaurant, right? I met 8 new people. I know everything about these 8 people. Everything. I know their health issues. I know everything. Total cold market. I didn't know them. I guarantee you, if somebody will understand the power of engaging and connecting with people, right? You could drop them in any city in America, and they could build a gigantic ID Life organization. Because people want what we have. They want money, and they want health. We have both, right? So, you got your list. You understand how to be a professional inviter. You follow me on this? Yes? You understand how to sell the what? The hour.
The hour.
You're selling the hour, not the opportunity, not the product. You're selling the hour, and that hour will take care of itself. You with me on this? Okay? Here's a big thing I want you to understand. You get 12 people involved in the business, let's just say. Take advantage of this promotion right now. You make over $3,000 just by doing that, right? You get 12 people involved in the business, okay? Most of them are going to quit. I'm just telling you. Okay? So, I don't want you to think it's just you. That was one of the big problems I had. People quit, and I took it personal. I'm like, man, all my people quit. Stop working. All 3 of them, right? They all quit. No, that's what I said. I'm like, how am I going to be successful when all my people quit? I was having a pity party, man. It was ridiculous looking back on it. But I realized a lot of people go through that. I'm going to tell you what happened. You're not looking for a ton of people. You're looking for 1 or 2 that are serious about changing their life. And you all know 1 or 2 people. The way you build a massive business is you get just a few people that treat it seriously, mixed in with a lot of people just doing it on the side. That's how you build it. That's how I did. We did hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue in my last downline organization. Hundreds of millions. My downline was one of the top network marketing companies in the world, just my downline. All these other network marketing companies you know the name of, my downline produced more annual revenue than almost every single one of them. And here's why I'm telling you that. I had maybe 5 builders in my whole team. 5 people that were really grinding. That's it. It's a big misconception. Oh, you got to go get a bunch of superstars. No. No. You go get a couple people that are serious about changing their life, that want to get out of debt. And they will make you millions of dollars. Millions. We have the best compensation plan in the industry. I wish all the work I put into network marketing, I wish it was in our comp plan. Oh my gosh, like you don't even understand. I mean, I've been making, I don't even want to talk about it. But the point, I'm doing fine, so don't worry about me. But my point is, I can tell some of you are getting really worried about me, right? No, I mean, yes, you were not. So the point I'm trying to make here is listen, this is so important. All right, it's like flipping over cards, okay? Right? I know none of you have ever played cards or gambled ever, right? All right, so here we go. It's like flipping over a deck of cards. How many of every kind of card are in a deck? I'm going to give you a hint.
4.
There you go, good. All right. All right, there's 4 2s, 4 3s, 4 4s, 4 5s, 4 6s, 4, all the way to 4 aces, right? Okay, so you have this deck of cards. You scramble it all up. You flip over the first card. It may be a 3. Fine. You flip over another card. A 10. Ooh. Flip another card. You just keep flipping. Inevitably, what are you going to get? Ace. It's a numbers game. Now, some of you may be dealing with 5 decks. I don't know, right? But just keep flipping. No, that's what I want you to understand. Listen, it's just flip.
Yeah.
Flip. And every no just drives you one step closer to a yes.
That's right.
Every dud drives you one step closer to an ace. Right? People are going to quit. The world is full of professional quitters.
Yes.
They're called normal.
Right.
Right? No, I want you to grasp this, family. I'm trying to rewire the way you think here. This is all just obvious stuff I'm telling you. But sometimes we need to be reminded, right? So when people quit, don't take it personal. That's their problem. That's called a they problem, not a you problem, right? Right? So don't conceptualize that. Don't compartmentalize that as like you did something. No, you're going to change your life. You hear me on this? And when you go to change your life, you might rub some people the wrong way. You're going to have some people get jealous of what you're doing. It's just part of it. The last president of the United States of America, hated by 50%, loved by 50%. The current guy, I don't even know how to talk about that, but the point is, I'm not making a political statement. I'm just saying, even the president of the country is hated by a majority. What makes you think everyone's going to love you? You understand where I'm going with this? Michael Jordan, best basketball player of all time, in my opinion. People hated him. A ton of people loved him. The New York Yankees, most historic franchise in the history of baseball. Many love him. A lot of people hate him. I love what Carnegie said. He got blasted in the newspaper for the very first time a long time ago, right? Y'all know who Carnegie is, right? And they go, what do you think about that, Mr. Carnegie? He said, well, I really don't care what they say about me in the paper. I just care if they spell my name right. That's pretty funny, right? It's like, you guys gotta get over public perception. People make up crap about me all the time on the internet. I mean, it's hilarious. I'm going, what is wrong with these people? That's what I used to say. And then I say now, oh, they're normal. They're normal, right? People are always looking to bring people down and make up stuff about people, you know? It's insane. Heck, I was having dinner with Carrie Underwood and Mike Fisher. They're great people, great marriage, awesome friends. And it's hilarious. Like on the front page when you Google them, they're getting divorced, they're separated. I'm sitting there having dinner with them. They're great. Like, this is ridiculous, right? I'm just saying, you can't buy into that stuff. You with me on this?
Yes.
I'm just telling you, you're going to have some friends that get insulted that you're going to change your life. There are no traffic jams at the top of Success Mountain, family. The traffic jams are all at the bottom of the mountain. Everybody's having their pity party, right? I'm just telling you. No, you have to learn this. Build your list. And when you speak, you have to speak with such clarity that people go, I believe that. When you tell your story, it can't be, hey, would you like to try my products? My products are, would you like to come to a healthy hour? Maybe, perhaps. No, that's okay if you don't want to. If you don't want to, I understand. Are you kidding me? I'm making the call, and it's like, hey, you got to see this. This is unbelievable. Well, what is it? If I could explain it to you over the phone, I would. Just trust me on this. You got to see this, and I really want your opinion on it. I want to see what you think. I'm fired up and excited about it. I want to see what you think. Don't try to explain this over the phone. Here's what you sound like. It's a customized vitamin program, HIPAA compliant assessment, backed by 1.7 million algorithms. It's in HIPAA, and HIPAA. They think you're talking about a zoo or something. They don't even know what you're talking about, right? I know, I've seen me do it. When I first got started with this, I was trying to explain it over the phone, and people were like, okay, man, I'm sure you'll do well with it, right? That's it. Like, I told my wife, I go, why aren't people, I don't understand why they're not following this. Like, why don't they want to look at this? And I remember my wife goes, honey, I'm listening to you, and I love you, but I don't even know what you're saying. Like, I don't even get what you're talking about, right? And so, look, this is a visual thing. People need to see it. And when people see the assessment, when they see what we do, they go, oh, that just makes sense. Yeah, we are all unique. I thought you were like all the other companies. I've heard that so many times. I just thought you were like all the other companies, right? Okay, so here's the deal. You got a list. You're going to be a professional inviter. Okay? You're not going to try to explain this over the phone. You're going to sell the what? Hour. Okay? And listen, you don't need to be some expert. You don't need to think that you're an expert. Let the third-party tools do the talking. Let the Success Magazine, may I see this real quick? Thank you. If I don't know you at all, and you hand me this with Troy Aikman, Pudge Rodriguez, and Jen Wiederstrom on there, you have my attention. I promise you. I'm going, okay, what is this? On the cover of Success Magazine, you have my attention. Okay? Yet, people don't use this. Why? How much do they cost? I gotta buy what? This is your business card. The samples of your business. I mean, you don't open up a Chick-fil-A and have no problem. I'm going to wait till someone wants something, then I'll order the chicken from the manufacturer. No. They come in there, and I'd like a number 6. Biggie size that bad boy. And they go, here you go. Right? But that's a lot of you don't do that. You don't even have product. You know, I love some of that energy. Okay, well, go to my website and order something. Are you kidding me? Here you go. Bam. Right? Hey, if you want, go ahead and order some. You can get on scheduled delivery, and I'll give you 3 days. I'll give you 3 days down until your product gets there. I mean, treat it like a business. If you saw my hotel room, it looks like an ID Life store in there. I'm serious. I don't even have a downline. I have no downline. And if I catch you breathing, you're going to hear about ID Life. I mean, it's just a deal, right? And if you stop breathing, well, I don't know how much I can't help you anyway. Right? So, no, you understand? This is not a complicated business. Okay, Logan. All right, I got it. Make a list. Okay, sell the hour. I'm going to be a professional inviter. I'm going to use third-party tools, third-party credibility. There's got to be more to it than that. Nope. That's it. And just repeat over and over and over and over again. You see, people think you got to get on stage and do a song and dance and have this great pitch and all this stuff. No. The world is full of fakes. The world is full of people that are wearing clothes they can't afford to impress people they don't even know. Right? The world is full of people that look great. You want to know the wealthiest people? They walk in and they're in blue jeans and tennis shoes. And a t-shirt. I put on the jacket because I didn't want you guys to look at me and go, is he really the CEO? Or is he like, I put this on to, I don't know, I figure I kind of have to do it. I don't know. I'd be in shorts and flip-flops up here talking right now if you'd listen to me. But just stop trying to be awesome and just be you. Because you are awesome. I want you to know that. You are hardwired for success. God never says, oops. The world brings out the God in you or it defeats it from you. That's what happens. You have to own you. God hardwired you for success. He created you in His image. He's like, here, I'm going to give it to you. God gives you your A game. It's your job to thank Him by bringing it. Does that make sense? He gives you the A game. It's your job to bring it. That's your gift back to Him. That's your way of saying thank you. But what do we do as human beings? We get into the worry. We worry. You know what worrying does? Nothing. We get into the comparison trap. What does that do? Nothing. Stop comparing yourself to people. I don't get it. My wife, she's got a closet this big just for her shoes. I go, honey, why do you need all these shoes? I love you just the way you are, sweetie. Like, you don't need all these shoes. You don't need to spray paint them red on the bottom, whatever you're doing with those things. I don't understand that. Have y'all heard of these things? Like that's like the red bottom. My wife has all these red bottom shoes. Whoever knew you could paint them red and charge like $1,000 extra for the same shoe that's not painted red? I'm serious. The same shoes, like $20, right? But you spray paint it red at the bottom and make it uncomfortable. It's $2,000, right? I'm like, y'all know I'm right, ladies. Don't act like. Listen to me. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm just keeping it real, right? Look, I'm gonna tell you. Get these shoes right here. This is my dress shoe right here. You know what? This thing probably cost $30. It's the most comfortable shoe I've ever worn in my life. I got a pair of $300 fancy shoes and they kill my feet. I'm like, I ain't wearing those things anymore. Honey, get my money back. You got ripped off, right? Do you understand? You've got to think different, family. You know why I like wealth? You wanna know why? So I can gift those that don't have it. That's why I love making money. I can't give what I don't have. I'm being real with you. I think what happens, and I'm guilty. I'm going to throw myself under the bus. We go through this stage, and here's what happens, right? We get a little money. Maybe you're making 6 figures. And now, like, it's not good enough for you. So you want to buy things and look like you're more successful than you really are. That was me, by the way. Okay? Just being real with you. That was me in my early 20s, being totally authentic here. And then when you actually have the wealth, you don't care. You don't. Guys, I'm driving, no disrespect here, I'm driving a Nissan Maxima rent car right now. I love it. It's incredible. Thing drives great. Nissan, that's an endorsement, you better pay me. All right, so here's it. No, listen, the world is messed up. Here's why I'm saying this. I had somebody actually ask me, oh, are you in that? And I'm going, yeah, I am. You know what they were saying? Oh, I thought a man with your money would be, that's really what they were saying without saying it. And in my mind I went, you're broke. You're thinking like a broke person. That thing's got 4 wheels and it gets me everywhere I need to go just fine. $35 a day. You with me on this?
Yes.
Look, here's what I know to be true. You get up in front of a group at your home and you say this right here. Hey, look, I'm not a speaker. Y'all know me. Y'all are my friends and family. Thanks for being at my house. I'm gonna bobble some of this stuff, but I appreciate your patience. Bottom line, it means the world to me. You're here. And here's my story. I got introduced to the products. I fell in love with them. And then when I learned that I could get out of debt and make some money by sharing these great products with the people I care about, I decided to become an associate. And that's why you're in my house today. And for some of you, this may not be something you care to do. That's fine. But it does mean the world to me that you're here. That's your sales pitch. And your friends and family are going to sit there and go, I want to support that person. You see, when you go from a place of humility and you're humble and you show gratitude, people will run to support you. They will come to support you. But when you are arrogant and act like a know-it-all, they're going to silently be hoping for you to fail. They're literally going to be in their mind. They may act like, they may like your post on Facebook, and they may act like but deep down inside they're going, boy, I hope that son of a gun fails, right? Right? Because they don't want to see you buy another Ferrari. You know what I mean? They don't, right? They're jealous. So here's what you do. Listen, I'm getting to the key here. This is big. You share your why with people, and they will support your why. Okay, Logan, I'm not tracking you. You share why you are using your precious time to build an ID Life business with them, and they will support you. Here's the example. When I first got involved in direct sales, this was my close, right? This is my closing tactic, right? And I hate those. I hate tactic and close. This was how I finished every meeting when I was an independent associate getting started. Hey, look, you've seen all the information. I just want to tell you why you're here now. The reason why you're here is I woke up one day and I realized living paycheck to paycheck is not something I want to do. I want to get out of debt. I want to travel the world. I want to start a foundation for kids. I want to be able to fund that. And the reason why you're here today is I found the vehicle that's going to help me do it. Now, some of you, maybe you can relate to that. If you have a desire to get out of debt, a desire to build a real retirement, a desire to fund really cool missions that's on your heart, that God's put in your heart, we have the vehicle. We have the opportunity. But here's what I realized. If I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to keep getting what I'm getting. And I don't like that. I don't like the way that movie's going to play out. So I'm halfway through this movie, and I realized I want this movie to have a good ending. I want this movie to change. And so for me, I joined ID Life. And here's where I was, here's where I am today. In 6 to 12 months, I'm on track to not only be debt-free, but have a real retirement built, have a safety fund built. And I'm excited to be able to do this full-time in the near future. And so if any of you all can relate to that, and you have a desire to help people and have fun and get out of debt and make money, I'd be honored to lock arms with you and let's go knock this thing out of the park. It's simple. I'll teach you how to do it. You know I'm no better than you, and you're no better than me. I'll teach you how to do it. We'll do it together. It's not hard. People with no better ability than us are succeeding right now in this. You know what'll happen, family? They'll all come join your business. And you know what's awesome about that? Everything I just said is 100% real. Right. It wasn't some pitch. Y'all understand where I'm going with this?
Yes.
I've met the wealthiest people in network marketing, and they're real. I've met the ones you think are the wealthiest people in network marketing, and they're broke. I'm just telling you, they're driving around, I'm top income earner, Starship Commander, whatever their title is, right? And they're broke. It's true, you know, I'm a double diamond Starship Commander flagship. What the? I don't even talk about it, right? I had somebody introduce themselves like that, something like that, and I went, I'm Logan. Nice to meet you. I'm like, you know? No, I'm serious. One of my best friends, a guy named Todd and Donna Cash, and two of the most humble people ever meet. Have made $30 million in network marketing, $35 million. They'd never tell you, you'd never know it. Then I see people that haven't come close to that. And they walk around like they're set for life, and they're not. They're just trying to figure out how to pay the bills next month. Listen, don't get up there and wow people. Get up there and love on people. Get up there and why people. Tell them your why. Just be real. You can't say the wrong thing when it's true, family. Don't worry about what you're going to say. Just say the truth. You know? Just say the truth. That's it. You don't have to memorize that. You just share it. And again, this is not to put a light on me or to give me attention. I hope you understand. There's no notes up here. I've never once used notes. There's no teleprompter. When I'm on stage in front of 30,000 people, there's no notes. There's no teleprompter. I have an idea as to what I'm going to talk about, and I just share my heart. And I hope you feel that. That's how you connect with people versus just simply speak or communicate. That's how you connect, when they can feel your heart. You follow me on this, right?
Yes.
All right, so let me close with this. What time we got here? Am I doing good, Stan? Or?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I want to be courteous of you all. I mean, if you have to go, go. I mean, I'm here for you. My game's not till 6, so I'll go all day if you want to. But nah, I'm kind of hungry actually. But so anybody have a snack bar? So no, don't give me one. I'll have like the berry stuck in my teeth, and that doesn't look good on Facebook Live. All right, here we go. So because I don't care what other people think, we all do, right? To some degree. Okay, so I love that. Somebody said I don't care what other people think at all. I go, I think you're a jerk. Why do you think that? I thought you didn't care. That's exactly what happened. So we all do care to some degree, you know. So look, is this being helpful so far?
Yes.
Okay. So all right. So let's do this. Let me give you 2 terms I want you to know. 2 terms. Write these down. Introducer, and then producer. Introducer, producer. Valuable lesson I learned. You all know somebody that you go, man, they know so many people. If they would just introduce me to their people, right? We know people like that?
Right.
There are some people that aren't going to produce right off the bat, but they'll introduce. There's a guy named Dave Peters, God rest his soul, but Dave, very successful in insurance, back in Dallas, Texas. And I took him to lunch, and he goes, man, Logan, I just don't have time. The I don't have time thing. It's funny when they start making money, all of a sudden they have more time. Have you ever noticed that? Right? They start showing up to all the events when the checks start rolling in. Have you noticed that? So here's what happened. So he goes, man, I just don't have time, but I know a lot of people. And I said, Dave, look, I get it. What I'm hearing from you is you're willing to be an introducer. And as your time frees up, maybe you'll want to be a producer. You'll want to work this. But in the interim, you just want to be an introducer. Is that what you're saying? He goes, yeah, man. All right, so here's the deal, Dave. Let's write down the top 10 most successful people you know right now. And here's what you're going to say. Say, hey, a friend of mine. I said, Dave, I promise you I will not embarrass you. I will not sell them. I'm just going to share with them what we do. And if they're interested, great. If they're not, no big deal. Dave, the first 3 people he shared with me, one of them go, I'm in. And this person was making $200,000-300,000 grand a year. You understand, the people making $200,000-300,000 a year, okay, most of them are the ones that need this the most. They're stressed out of their minds. Their paycheck, they're making $200,000-300,000 grand a year, spending $400,000-500,000 grand a year, trying to look like they're making $1 million a year, right? And here's the interesting, they're talented. You don't get to making $200,000-300,000 grand a year by not being talented, okay? So they clearly have talent, right? You get those people in ID Life, it'll change their life. It will absolutely, don't think someone's too good for this. No one is too good for this. Family, I promise you this, as God is my witness, hand on the Bible. If I had nothing to do with this company, and I have my current financial state, and you and I met, and you showed me that Success magazine, and then you got me on the assessment, you sold the hour, I promise you, I would sign up underneath you. I promise you. Yeah. Did you like that, by the way? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Got to tell you a funny story. It's not funny. Well, it's funny now. It wasn't funny then. So, the last business venture I was in, network marketing company, where I really had a ton of success, I get a phone call from my cousin, Chelsea. And I go, hey, cuz, what's up? She goes, Logan, I got a business opportunity I want to show you. And this cousin's the one that every week is in a different one. You know what I mean? Right? So, I just stopped listening to her. And I go, what are you in now? You know, and she goes, Logan, this was different. I know. Every week I call you about something. I go, yeah, you do. That's why I don't listen to you. And she goes, no, but this one's different. I go, what's it called? She said the name of the company. I go, I joined that one yesterday. She goes, what? I go, this guy was on me for a while. I coached his son in baseball. I literally just joined that company yesterday. I go, I go, how long have you been in it? And she goes, I've been in for a month. I go, why are you just now calling me? She goes, well, I knew you'd say no. I go, cuz, don't ever prejudge. I would have much rather been making you money than this other guy. You're my family. I made that other guy millions and millions of dollars. He was a high school basketball coach. He called me up, he dripped on me, followed up, took like almost 4 months, 5 months before I finally looked at it. You know? Don't be my cousin. Okay? Do not prejudge anyone. I really want you to hear me on this. Do not prejudge a single human being. Our job is not to play God. Our job is to get people in front of 100% of the information. That's our job. Yes. So let me go back to the introducer-producer. So Dave introduces me to 3 people. He wasn't even there. He just coordinated through email, back when people emailed, right? He coordinated through email, now it'd be a text. Hey, meet so-and-so, so-and-so meet so-and-so. I think you two have some things in common. Logan has something really exciting that I think it's great, and he agreed he'd share it with you. He just introduced me, that's it, right? I went and met with these people. And from that concept of Dave just being an introducer, from that concept, we built a downline of just his leg of roughly 6,000 associates. Had I never said, hey Dave, just introduce me to some people. Had I never said that, had I been trying to get him to produce, you got to show up to this, let's do a launch party, let's do all that stuff, right? Some people, the timing's not right for that, right? But anybody can introduce you to somebody, right? If I had not offered that, he would have never done that, and I would have never had those associates. You hear me on this? Yeah. Introducer, producer. You got a list. Be a professional question asker, right? We do solutions. We sell the hour, right? And then if someone says they're not interested, which I'm going to ask you this. How many times do they actually say that? No, here's what they do. Well, I'm thinking about it. Let me check with my spouse, right? They keep dodging you. When you're getting the dodge thing happening, say, hey, you could just be an introducer. What's that mean? You understand that's what the party plan model is, right? Like Tupperware and all that. That's what it is. Like if I were to come to you, what's your name, boss?
Raymond.
Raymond, hey man, if you invite, I know you like my products. If you invite a bunch of your friends over to the house, I'll give you a portion of everything we sell at your house. You just invite your friends, and I'll do all the work, and you'll make money for just introducing people to me. That's how Tupperware became a company. Y'all realize that, right? That's all they do. They have these little home parties. There's a lot of these jewelry companies that do it too. Yeah. And it's not about building a team, per se. It's getting your network to introduce them to their what? Network.
Right.
And then you just compensate them by giving them some free product and paying them for their time. That's pretty stupid simple, right? Yep, why don't we do it? Because we always think there's some trick. Every time I'm interviewed on television, radio, whatever, they all it's like they think I'm not telling them the whole story, right? Well, there's got to be more. No, that's how you do it. So you're telling me you just made a list and then you just professional inviter and then you just get people in front of 100% of the information and you just follow up and then you just duplicate that? Yeah. That's how you've done like billions of dollars in revenue? Yeah. And they just sit there looking at you like you're a ghost or something. Like, you know? So one time, the guy kept pressuring me for more. I go, okay, let me tell you a secret. He goes, really? I go, yeah, I've never told anybody this. You can't repeat this, though. This is totally private. He goes, yeah, I won't say a word. But here's the secret. Every day, you have to climb on top of your roof and stand on your head. That's the secret. And he sort of looked at me like, what? I go, there's no secret, right? That's what I'm trying to tell you, right? Like it's like people, they just complicate this stuff. Why is Stan and Cherise top earners in the whole company? Why? Because they do what I just said over and over and over and over and over and over. Yes? That's what they do, right? I mean, this is not hard. Just keep it simple. You can see I get a little frustrated right now because people look at me like, he's not telling me everything. There's got to be something more, right? Go stand on your head on the roof. Tell me if it works out for you, right? All right. So listen. Let me open it up for Q&A. Nothing's off limits. Ask the question and let's roll. Ready? Go. Not all at once. Yes.
How do you keep from alienating people?
Great question. Elaborate.
Just like, let's say, for example, your cousin. You listen to your cousin when she gave you the phone call because she's your cousin. But if it were your friend, you'd be like, "Oh no, I'm not going to take a phone call."
Right. That's exactly what I said, actually. That's why it took me 4 months for me to go show, right? So here's the whole deal. Again, it goes back to the example we gave, right? The push, right? Don't be that pest. Don't be that person. Don't be the person that's always blasting stuff on your social media, right? You know what I mean? Don't be that person, right? Like, it just doesn't look professional, right? Michael Jordan didn't, when he was playing, or LeBron James doesn't post on his social media, hey, I'm playing a game tonight. You know, tickets are on sale. Come watch the game. You know what I mean? Right? He connects with his audience. You with me on that? And so for you, it's connect. Share stories. I'm not saying don't talk about ID Life on social media. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the way you do it, don't do it where it alienates people, right? So I mean, one of the activities we're doing in the mentoring program is, you guys do this. Text 10 people and say, hey, I'd love to get together with you. And see how they reply. If they say, about what, then there's a trust barrier there. Okay? If they say, yeah, sure, they trust you. Acquaintance can lead to a friendship. With the right trust, right, that friendship leads to influence. Influence is the key, right? So when you have influence, people will show up. They will return your calls. They'll reply to your text. If for some reason there's a trust barrier, and I encourage you to do that exercise, text 10 people, and just say, hey, let's get together. And they say, yeah, let's do it. They trust you. If they reply back, about what? Then you've alienated them. They feel like, okay, what are you trying to sell me now? And that was my cousin, right? And so the biggest thing is this. Don't ever come across like you're selling, right? And the way you don't come across as if you're selling is ask questions and listen. And they will sell themselves on why they want your stuff. They will literally sell themselves. Have you ever done that to yourself before? Have you ever done that? I'll give you an example. You look in the mirror. Whoa, bathing suit season. I need to go to the gym. You just sold yourself. You sold yourself right there. Nobody had to tell you. You went, yeah, I need to lose some weight. You sold yourself, right? If you're not sleeping well at night, you're going to go look for something to help you sleep. You sold yourself. Someone didn't come sell you. You don't have energy throughout the day. You're going to go find something that can get you energy. You sold yourself. Okay, so how do you get someone to sell themselves? Ask questions, right? And then the great thing, too, about the opportunity, I'm glad you asked this question, so you're not alienating people, is comfort level up, tension level down. How do you create comfort level up? Hey, it may or may not be for you, but it'd mean the world to me if you came and just took a look at it. I'm not going to try to sell you on it. I just want to get your opinion. I want to see what you think. If it's for you, awesome. If it's not, no big deal. Like, give them the out. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Don't make them feel like they're stupid if they don't do your business. Sometimes it's just timing. I mean, I remember, God, it was about 7 years ago, I had somebody call me and go, hey, this guy would be really good. I'm really trying to get him on a three-way phone call with you, but he keeps dodging me. And I go, well, what do you mean he's dodging you? Well, his dad just died, and so he says he's got, I go, what? Like, give the man some breathing room. It's bad timing. You know what I'm saying? And so for some people, family, it's just timing. I can tell you this, every human being I've ever shared ID Life with, that no just meant not yet. Not at any point in time have I ever written someone off thinking they're never going to want to use our products. Now, they may not want the business, but they all are going to want our products. It's just a matter of when. It may take a health scare, right? It may take going to the doctor, and this happens all the time. If you stay in ID Life long enough, here's what will happen. People will start reaching out to you out of nowhere. Hey, tell me about the ID Life thing. I had a buddy of mine, he's a college baseball coach. He literally texted me. I have not spoken to the guy in 2 years. Texted me out of nowhere. Okay, man, went to the doctor. I've got 5 kids. I need to lose some weight. My blood pressure's not where it needs to be. How do I get started with ID Life? I never even talked to the guy about ID Life. Never. He just saw my social media post. And if you guys see my social media post, right, you'll see how I'm doing that, right? It's now yours needs to be different than mine because obviously I'm not an independent associate. But when you're sharing stuff, share the fun, the excitement, right? Stories. Make people see the culture behind what we do. Man, I had a blast today in Atlanta, so much fun. Versus, join my team now, right? See the difference? Right? If they see fun and they see results, they're going to want to be a part of that. And I asked him, I said, Eric, man, I didn't even talk about your life. He goes, I know, man, I just see all the results, man. I'm seeing all the success people are having. And you know what? I didn't realize it, but I need it. Remember, people buy what they want, not what they need. You share stories. This ultimate experience, you guys take advantage of this. It's been the biggest thing we've done. This ultimate experience, people want community. That's what they want. They want to do things together. Why do you think women all go to the bathroom together? Right? God forbid you go by yourself. Right? People want community. Right? Oh, it's hilarious. That's what my wife did this the other day. We were at date night with another couple. And my wife goes, hey, honey, I need to go to the bathroom. And she looked at her friend, like I guess she'll have a head nod thing. I don't know what. Thank you. And then all of a sudden, like on cue, the other lady got out of the deal. And I looked at my buddy and I go, you want to go to the bathroom? And he goes, people want community. You know what I mean? Right?
True.
I mean, it's weird, but it's true. Like, and so with you guys, here's what I would do. A great way to get customers. If I'm you, and we're paying you for it. Like, we're literally paying. The Vegas, Live It Up Vegas. How many of you registered for Vegas? Okay. The rest of those hands. Come on now. Come have fun. It's going to be a blast, okay? Like, you need an excuse to go to Vegas. Register. So we're giving out $35,000 cash for this ultimate experience thing, right? And so you do a before pick, after pick, but you can do teams. You guys set up teams. I promise you, you ladies too, y'all are much better than men at this. You ladies, you text your girlfriends, hey girls, here's the deal. I want some friends to partner with me for accountability. Let's all keep each other on track. My goal is to lose 5 pounds this month. Right? Who's in? Right? They all get in. You all get on the experience. And then you tell them, here's the cool thing. The company that's got the experience, they're paying out cash. So girls, take your before and after pick. You can win $1,000 cash. Ladies. All the ladies that are in here right now, there's all the ladies in here right now, right? There's no reason we shouldn't get 1,000 customers on this ultimate experience just from the women in the room. No reason. Men, same thing. Our approach is going to be a little bit different, right? Hey guys, I'm looking to get swole or whatever. Right? Talk to your buddies, right? And do your deal. Guys, people love community. Why do you think sports is such a big deal? Think about that. Right? If you walked into an Atlanta Braves game and there's nobody in the deal, you turn around and leave. You're not going to sit there and watch the game by yourself. It's the crowd, man. It's the energy. It's the excitement, right? That's what gets people amped up. And so create a crowd. Stop selling the business. That's going to naturally happen. People with a brain are going to go, well, yeah, I want a 30% discount. Here's exactly how I would do it if I'm you. I'm all product. And then here's what I do. Hey, if you ever want to know how you can get a 30% discount for life and even get some product for free, and hey, quite frankly, make some money, let me know. I'm happy to share that with you too. I've never had somebody go, okay. No, like, well, yeah, how's that work? They asked you. They gave you permission to tell them about the opportunity. Do you hear me on that? But see, here's what most people do. Hey, man, you got to join my team. No, I don't. Right? That's what they're thinking. No, I don't have to join your team. What team? How much is it? Right? What do you want? You know what I mean? You guys sell the fact it's free.
Right.
Say, hey, it's free to get involved. Only money you're spending here is on the product you're buying. Right? The company doesn't want your money. That's what makes this company unique from other home-based businesses. The other home-based businesses, they're going to charge you so you can sell their stuff.
Right.
Am I the only person I think that's backwards?
Right.
Hey, okay, you want to sell my stuff? You do? You want to sell it? Okay, give me $500.
Right.
And people do that.
Yes,
Wait a minute, I'm paying you to sell your stuff. Isn't it the other way around? Right? So tell people it's free. Right? And here's one thing I used to always say right here too. I used to always tell people, hey, here's what I know, Sean. The only way I'm making money is when you succeed. So you don't work for me. I work for you. Do you hear that?
That's right.
They know that you're invested in their success. So when a new person signs up, I mean, day one, I'm identifying the why right then. Okay, why are we doing this? Because I'm gonna be your biggest cheerleader. I'm here to support you. What's our goal? What's our first bullseye? Right? And I'll always ask people. I'll connect. I don't talk down. I connect. Go. My first one was to be debt free. What's yours? You just gave them permission to go. Well, I'd love to be debt free because most people act like they're not. They act like they're not. They act like they're not in debt. Yet 93% of the country is in debt. That means out of a room this size, there's only less than 4 of you that are not in debt. I think we got a solution here, don't we? Right? But you see how I angled that? I threw myself under the bus first. Hey, my first bullseye is I want to get out of debt. What's yours? Boy, that'd be great. Perfect. How much do we need to make to make that happen?
Right.
This is where you start connecting.
Yes.
And you got to share your story. You have to be authentic. You have to be real. You hear me on this? You have to be vulnerable. Stop trying to act like Wonder Woman or Superman. Just be real. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And watch what happens. You know, I think ladies, this one lady, when she talked about losing 15 pounds, she told me, she goes, Logan, I'm struggling with building my life business, but I love the products. I believe in it. I said, are you telling people that you lost 15 pounds? She goes, oh, no, that's embarrassing. I don't want to tell people that. I go, what would you rather have happen? You feel embarrassed or you get out of debt? She goes, well, I'd rather get out of debt. I said, then go embarrass yourself. Go embarrass yourself. And you know what happened? Boom. She got out of debt. And women started coming up to her every time. Okay, how'd you do it? I've been trying to lose this 15 pounds for years. How'd you do it?
Yep.
They start connecting. See, when you're vulnerable, it opens up other people to be vulnerable. You see, I've shared with you all the worst moment of my entire life. I've shared it from stage. And my wife and I were told we could never have children. Went through infertility. I mean, I get emotional just every time I think about it. And it was hard the first time I shared that story. And here's why I shared it. John Maxwell's told me, he said, Logan, the problem with you is you don't seem relatable. You need to talk about your pains, your struggles, so people will know you're a human. And I remember when he told me that, I went, okay, like what? He goes, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to you? Oh, being told we can never have children. He goes, who all knows about that? Just my wife and I. Every time I tell that story, every single time, people come up afterwards and say, you know, my wife and I have been trying to get pregnant for 8 years. You know, my wife and I went through the same thing. You know, we actually adopted a child because we couldn't do it. Like, people come up and it's like, I'm getting chills right now because I'm not better than you, family. You're not better than me. You know? I am where I am because I went through the critics, I went through the haters, and I went to my bullseye. I didn't worry about anything. I didn't do the comparison game. I focused on what I was doing because my why was so strong, it overrode all the other garbage. You understand what I'm saying? So most of you right now, you don't have a why. You don't have a bullseye that is so strong that it can just be that why is your body armor. And this is my close right here. That why is your body armor. Your why is what repels all the negativity, all the discouraging moments, all the criticism. That why, that's what that is for you. Why do you think so many people that grow up dirt poor end up becoming wealthy? Because they're so disgusted of what they've had to go through, they're willing to do anything to get to where they want to be. Darwin Deese, one of our billionaires, dirt poor. You know? All right, dirt poor. I mean, when you understand the why, what is your why? Right? It can't just be you want to make money. You understand what I'm saying? It can't just be that. It has to be bigger than that. It has to be something so big, so defining that you're going to succeed no matter what. You follow me on that?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to close this. I'd love to meet you afterwards. If you want to take pictures, whatever, be happy to do that. I'd love to shake your hand, hug you. And ultimately, I want to say this. Thank you. Thank you, because yes, I own ID Life, right? But you all created it. You all watching on Facebook Live. You all are the ones who've created this movement. Just like we're all the ones who created Facebook. Zuckerberg owns it, but we all created it. You hear me on this? You all are the reason ID Life exists. And so I'm humbled and honored to get to spend a Saturday morning with you. Thank you so much for driving here and flying here and being here. And for all of you tuning in live, thank you so much for tuning in live. Let's go help people. Let's go help people. People want help. We have the vehicle to help them, right? I love you guys very much. Have a great day.